welcome to my channel. I'm Pete Morgan and you're watching my Bouncing Back series with Watford. It's not currently with Watford, we're not going to go with any other team. I have just been offered the Newcastle job. It was gutting to have to turn it down without even an interview, but that's the rules of this save. So we're with Watford, bounce back into the Premier, first season of Asking after they were relegated, or they start this version of the game in the Championship. And yeah, we're doing alright. We've hit a bit of a, I think I mentioned in the last episode how well we were doing. We're down to 10th now. I was on about how we weren't letting any goals in and we were doing really well, and oh my gosh. So since you were last with us, I think you were last with us for the West Ham Aston Villa game. We lost 1-0 away to West Ham, then we beat Aston Villa 2-0. We then played Huddersfield, beat them 5-1. We then entertained Liverpool. I was expecting a little bit of payback, and they trounced us 6-0. Very disappointing. We then played Nottingham Forest. We were by far the best team, lost 1-0. We then played Brentford, played off the park. They absolutely murdered us 7-0. Again at home. We then played Arsenal away. We did a bit better. We only lost 2-0. I was dreading what the result was going to be. And then we've just had a lucky, easy game against QPR in the FA Cup, which we've managed to win 3-0. So we're back today for the Huddersfield game. They're 19th. I'm expecting to win this. And then the Chelsea game. Okay, so that could be entertaining for you. There's going to be goals for sure. Bit of movement on the transfers. We've got rid of William Ikong. At last, he's gone to Norwich for 48k, and Jacob Comerfond's gone out on loan, and a few of these, they're all loanies. My director of football, in his infinite wisdom, has signed Job Bellingham for the under-21s. So that's where he's actually in the under-18s at the moment, but he was meant to be joining the under-21s. I'm going to leave him there for now. He looks quite good. If Doyle gets sold, then I will bring him up. But I'm thinking, as he was signed for the youth teams, if I promote him to the first, he's going to expect to play. Okay, and the team's pretty much as is. So I've got a few injuries, Bove's injured, but I've got Tommy Doyle back fit, and Ngakia wants to weigh, so I'm trying to get a shot of him. Sterling I'm trying to get rid of. They just don't want to go. Winter's just come back from a 2-week break, so he will drop back in with McGuinness. So yeah, that's going to be the team. We'll do it when we actually get to the tactics page proper. We're going to be playing, I thought I was set up for this, guys, I do apologise. So yeah, we're going to be playing Huddersfield. We need to start winning again. We can't get in a rut. We've had a team meeting, we've got morale up a little bit, as you will see when we go to the tactics screen. Okay, I'm expecting us to beat these. This was all orange after all the defeats. The QPR games make quite a difference. We've got everybody now tactic familiarity. The only one is, believe it or not, who's played all season and is struggling with it is, or was, Braganca. If I bring him into where he's been playing all season, he's not used to it at all. Whether I'll have to check and see whether he can speak the lingo or not. Maybe that's a problem. Portuguese, it might be that he can only speak Spanish or Portuguese or whatever you want to call it. It's all the same language, isn't it? That's the team for the day. Solving goal. No, it's not. What am I doing? It's Labraville. Sorry, I played the FA Cup, so I've changed a few around, so I'd better have a quick look and make sure there's no other silly things going on now. So Labravic in goal. Jallert, De Winter, McGuinness and Decker across the back four, with Loser back fit as deep line playmaker, with Pepelu and Willock in midfield. Then got Delap and Asprilla wide players. Delap's back fit with Camelo up front. Camelo, as you can see, is 14 goals just over halfway through the season, so I'm happy with that. Since I brought Duran into the team, who's also scoring goals when he's in the side, he's got 4 from not very many starts, in all fairness. We're doing okay. So that's the team. I'm expecting us to win this at a canter and show you how well we can play. It's been very hard getting through the 4 games that we lost, I can assure you, especially in the manner we lost them, because we just didn't turn up for any of the games. I think that's one of the problems with playing youth all the time, which I do. I only play youthful sides. I don't play old players. I play all the youngsters that I can. And yeah, sometimes it bites you on the arse, but on other times it's a joy to watch the energy and the effort they put in. So here we go, straight into an Huddersfield highlight, which I don't like, and straight into a goal. That's not how the script was written at the start of this episode, so I really do hope that this isn't going to affect the whole episode. And I'm looking a bit red-vended gills because I've just cut the lawn quickly, so in between rain showers. But I'm disappointed with that. I thought we were in with a good shout today with a clean sheet. This is what I want. Encourage. So let's give them some encouragement, get some green faces going. We're 15 minutes in, we're not doing very well. They're actually shading most things, including possession, which is a shock considering they're bottom of the table. And De Winter drives out of defence through to the midfield. Pepley plays it back to McGuinness after all the good work by De Winter. Delap now wide left. Can he get out wide? He doesn't. I thought he'd be a sort of player that would skin his man in, and we're through. Camelo, and he's put it wide. Oh. Is it going to be one of those games, I wonder? But yeah, go back to Delap. I thought he'd be the sort of player that would skin his man and take him on, and he very rarely does. But he does break into the box and score goals, which is a good thing. So it looks like I'm going to have to give the guys a little bit of a talking to at half time. Loser over the top. And see, we put in like 5 yards and then stop. That's Camelo. That's a bit of a worry. We should be chasing these 50-50s there, but I guess they can see better than me from here that they're not going to get there and they're conserving energy. We need to do something here. We're letting Huddersfield look very good on the football, aren't we? So we need to be closing there now. He should have been raring straight in for that. Didn't. And they've worked the ball out wide, and now they're breaking down the outside of us. And this is looking troublesome. And that's why. Oh dear. So I have been accused of not being experimental and sticking with the tactic. But I finally got everybody tactic familiarity, and now they're saying I should change the tactic. Playing balanced. I'm going to pick that up now. So I went to balance because we were letting so many goals in, hence the Arsenal game was only 2-0, I guess. So we're going to go back balanced now and see what happens, but Huddersfield certainly shouldn't be running rings around us like this. And this could suddenly turn into a difficult season after such a promising start. So I promised you goals. I obviously expected it to be Watford goals in this game. Well. This is a bit of a concern. So there could be a bit of berating going on at half time here. In fact, I might do it now because we're not playing well enough, so I don't normally berate. I don't think you would have ever seen me berate the guys before. But this is 3-0 at home against bottom of the table Huddersfield, and we really shouldn't be throwing these points away. And the way we're suddenly playing, we're still in a relegation fight, even though I thought we were looking good for a top half finish. I'm trying to think what I've changed that's had this effect on my playing. I haven't changed anything, but something's not right. I've changed the player somewhere which is unsettling the side, but no, I haven't. It's the same back four, it's the same midfield, and suddenly we're 3-0 down, and this is really disappointing. So we're going to have to go attacking, I'm afraid. We're a better team in these, we're stronger than these, but we've let them look really good. So we're demanding more. We've given a rollicking half time, we've gone attacking, we're demanding more. And let's have a look. And again, and right from the miss in the first half, I was wondering whether it was going to be one of those days. They do happen, unfortunately. And it does look like that's what we're going to see today. Because normally, I was just bragging Camelo up about his goal scoring before this kick-off. He scores for fun, and then he's got a cert goal that he blasts wide. Tony absolutely destroyed us when we played Brentford. They beat us 7-0 after I was bragging that our highest defeat was 3-1 to Man United and that we were doing really well. I wonder if it's a bit like Alexa, the game listens to you when you don't think it is, because I'm convinced Alexa listens in on conversations, because next thing you know, your baskets, you're being recommended to put such and such in your basket that you were talking about 20 minutes before. So here we go, good foot in there by Delap, but they got away with it and they're through on the goalie, and that is absolutely blinking woeful. Wow. Of course it's a goal. I'm at a loss for words, guys. I've just sat here thinking about what can I do. We are 4, I don't need to see it again. We're 4-0 down to Huddersfield. We've got an injury now in the midfield to lose injured, but it's not worth it, mate. We're getting our backside's handed to us, there is absolutely no point in you sticking it out. Pepelou's playing like he doesn't even know what a football looks like. So is Camelo. He's a risk of getting booked, so we bring Duran on there. The rest, 6-4s aren't ideal, but we are playing. No, we're not playing alright. I can't even claim that. We've got 1.18 on the XG, so you know, we certainly don't deserve to be 4-0 down when their XG is something like 0.8. But we're 4-0 down, so I guess we do deserve to be 4-0 down. So we've got time to build it back. That's a lovely ball in behind for a Sprilla now, and a Sprilla puts it away in a corner. That's 4-1. Is there a miracle in the offing? Am I about to turn water into porridge? Let's have a look and see what's going on here. Geller, lovely ball into Blanco there, who's just come on and played a lovely ball behind for a Sprilla to run onto, and a cracking left finish shot into the corner. 4-1. That's 2 grains of sugar on top of the cake to sweeten it up a little bit, but we need a lot more than that. So 70 minutes, I'm going to have to demand more. We really do need more. I'm going to have to pause this, guys, and make my substitutions, or I will miss it. So Sprilla's absolutely shattered, so we're going to get one more comp for him. And I'm going to get Eller off and give Zacko a go. And that's how we will do it. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 substitutions made. That's it. Hopefully this highlight will end before 70 odd minutes so that we can get the subs on before the 75th. So at least they get a rating. And Geller out to a Sprilla to Debranca. It's Braganca, isn't it? Not Bra. Oh well. A Sprilla. I'll have to sell him because I can't pronounce his name. Braganca. And McGuinness now plays it out wide to Decker, so we're passing the ball around nicely, but with 73 minutes gone and we're 4-1 down, we really should be looking to get it up the other end. Here we are, Delap's got the ball, lovely ball to the back post, a Sprilla gets up, knocks it down to Willett with a pathetic effort at goal, I have to be honest, and then a really poor effort at trying to get it into the box. Managed to come away with the ball somehow from that little passage of play, and it's over to Delap. Delap's brought it down and gets tackled in the box so easily. And that's pretty much it, guys. I thought we might be on a bit of a comeback trial at 4-1 because we are much better than Huddersfield on paper. And there you go, that's 4-1 still, what a save. And back in again, Delap, and that's 4-2. Sorry, it was Duran. So Duran's come on and got his goal. I'm hoping now, 4-2, 78 minutes gone. We couldn't, could we? We are better than these guys. I really don't know how we got 4-0 down. Absolutely. Just don't get it. Just don't get it sometimes. So we are going to go very attacking now and throw everything at them for the last 10 minutes and try and salvage something from this game, if it's even just the morale boost. And there's you go. Oh, good save by the keeper again. Who's that in goal? Never heard of him. Vasic. Never heard of him. Vasily. I keep trying to pronounce these names. So Braganca got it right that time. Out to Delap. Delap nods it down to Blanco. Now, if we can get a goal here, we're suddenly in with a shout. And he's offside. Control. He's hit the post anyway. Oh my word! That's 85 minutes. It's not going to happen, is it? Living in dreamland, I think. Decker to Braganca. Yeah. Keeper showing off. No time for that at all. So easy to say Braganca, isn't it? Why am I struggling? So we've got to win this. Oh, now get it down, play it through. That's a lovely ball over the top. Now, wave marks on it. He's got it into Duran. Duran has put it wide. And they've given a goal kick or offside was that, but that's disappointing. That's our game. 2.64 on the XG. Absolutely woeful, really. McGuinness with a header, and that's we couldn't, could we? So that's 4-3 with 91 and a half minutes gone, with 2.5 to go. Is that? Lovely ball into the box there. Cracking header by McGuinness. So, come on you Hornets, let's get that equaliser and time, and now they're at the other end with the ball. So if we can get a quick turnover here, it's all over, guys, isn't it? They're probably going to score a fifth now, aren't they, just to rub my nose in it. Willock's got the interception. Why did he do that? And they're in behind it. He got a hand on it, and the keeper's made a save at last. I suppose, well, it's more a case of the ball hitting him, wasn't it? That's going to be the end of the game, I'm afraid. dear. Well, I'm a little bit happy that we at least... Well, I'm not. I mean, coming back to 4-3. Come on, ref. Wasted time, and that's the end of the game. I'll see you for the Chelsea game, guys. Back for Chelsea today then, just quickly. De La Fuente's left the club, gone out on loan for 33.5k a week, and the total fee I think is about 6 million if they decide to make it permanent at the end. He isn't playing here, so we might as well go. And then we've got a few more that's gone out on loan. These are guys that have actually come back now, and they've gone straight back out. And this is a Joe Bellingham. I think I spoke about him last time that we signed for 11.5 million. He's in the reserves, so we're waiting to see. We have got one potential transfer going out, which is, ignore all of these other bits, that's all the loan stuff. Le Monaco wants to go, but they're all offering silly money, and they want me to pay his wages as well for like, I don't know however long. This is what we're interested in. End of season, 200k per month, which far exceeds his wages, so it makes sense. He doesn't want to be here, moving off to pastures greener, hopefully with a permanent move in mind. We're back today for Chelsea. We've just come unstuck against Huddersfield, which was disappointing. The team's players are unhappy. Blanco's not happy. He wants to go out on loan, and I don't want him to go on loan. He's my vice captain. I want him to stay. We will see what happens. So I'm going to play him. I haven't been playing him, which is why he wants to go on loan. But he's a good player. Why wouldn't I be playing him? 24 years old, Spanish midfield centre, 1 cap. I'm going to devote the rest of this season to making sure Blanco feels loved and, you know, wanted, and he doesn't want to leave, and hopefully get him a few more caps in the process. Team is, I really thought long and hard on this, okay? I was going to drop Labrovic because his last, and I've thought long and hard on it and decided to keep him in, and now I've just suddenly thought about it a bit more, and I'm going to put Vutsov in because he's been making loads of mistakes, so yeah. Vutsov in goal then, that would keep him a little bit happier. Jalert, De Winter, McGuinness and Decker across the back four with Louza, Blanco and Willock in the midfield. Delap and Asprilla wide, players and Camelo up front. We're playing Chelsea, God help us. The way we're playing, we've had, I think it's either 5 or 6 defeats on the trot now in the league with 1 FA Cup win. Morale is starting to wither and drop again. We really do need to turn this around, guys. I mean, I think my job's safe because we've already done enough to sort of tick all the boxes. I'm still on a B on job security simply because of the season we've had so far. And this is a problem now. Look, nobody is agreeing with anything that I say. It's going full circle. Chelsea are second in the league, I believe. They may have won the game when we lost to Huddersfield, which moved them to top. I can't remember. I haven't been watching the top, I've got to be honest. I've only been watching us. Yeah, that's second, 3 points behind Man United. We really need to turn up today. We haven't turned up. This is a problem with kids. When you don't turn up, you really don't turn up. We have a youthful side. I mean, Blanco's in, he's probably one of the oldest players. The rest of them, looking down across them, they're all kids. So maybe, you know, we have to put up with these results at this moment of the save, simply because they are kids. Next season it will be a bit better again, and the season after that, then we can start thinking, oh, that's a good ball in. Promising start, as long as we don't let a goal in here. Perhaps it's not a promising start. Perhaps the highlight was just, and that's offside, so I don't care about that. Oh, it's Haaland. Why is he at Chelsea? If he gives this, then that just proves that the game's got it in for me. The hands went up from the centre after, which I'm guessing means it's offside. You are kidding me. Come on, really? Come on, guys, you've seen that. He was a country mile offside. Absolute country mile offside. No. Country mile offside. I don't care what anybody says. That I didn't need all those replays to see, and this is the game shoving it to me basically, and this is a game really shoving it to me now because Asprilla's injured. We are up against it. This game doesn't like me. So we're 1-0 down, our star player's injured. The referee, even with the support of VAR, can't tell offside from onside. And they're going to get... Oh, I thought he was given a penalty then. That would really have annoyed me. So we're playing it about with Chelsea. Always a brave, wise thing to do is knock the ball around your 18-yard box with Chelsea in the vicinity. Lovely ball out wide here, which we've lost. Wellmark didn't even make an attempt to get towards it. Willock's picked up the loose ball. Back out to Wellmark now. It's back into Loser. Loser now needs to do something with this. McGuinness plays it back to De Winter. Now, can we get a goal back before half-time? I'm going to actually encourage the guys at this point. And Willock rolled the tackle. Wow, lovely ball in behind for Camillo. Come on, my son. He's chipped the keeper, and that's a cracking goal. Oh, yes! I'm a little bit chuffed with that, guys. So, Camillo, a lovely bit of play, I must say. Loser from the midfield out to Willock, who rode a challenge. He's lucky he didn't go down there, or Neves could have been looking at a red card. But what a dink from Camillo. I told you that guy was good. Only since I signed another striker, believe it or not. Back on level terms, 1-1. Fingers crossed we're not going to do anything stupid here. We really do need to get a result, or at least... And that's a good bit of defending. Lovely play out. Willock again upfield. Camillo doesn't even jump for it. Ball over the back. Halland's going to be nearer me now, and Halland's in the middle. He's good in the air, and it's back out to Koulibaly, and we put it in the back of the net for him. If Vutsov had left that, I think it was sailing clear, high and wide over the bar. But Vutsov decided to get a hand on it and drag it down into the net for them. Oh dear. I think we've been unlucky so far. You've done nothing wrong. Let's, instead of that, let's point the finger and say that was satisfactory at best, which it wasn't. That's being more than kind. And let's demand a bit more. We're going to stay balanced because this is Chelsea, and I'm not that stupid. At least not at 2-1 down. If we go 3-1 down, I might be a little bit more stupid and go positive. I'm thinking about going positive anyway, guys, and that's a cracking challenge. Went down about 3 weeks before he actually made contact with the ball, and that's played in, and Vutsov has brought the ball into the net again. I've seen enough of Mr. Vutsov today, and that is just totally unacceptable play, because apart from Vutsov, this scoreline would still be 1-1. And he's meant to be a world-class goalkeeper. He's an international goalkeeper, for God's sakes. This is absolutely disgraceful. And that is what you are about to find yourself on the transfer list, my bomb. We will cash you in and make some signings. Because I've got no money. I didn't realise when we were signing Bellingham, Bellingham, or whatever his name is, that was all our transfer money gone. I thought it was a loan at best, but I tend to click and flick through when we're not videoing the games, and I thought it was a loan deal, and it wasn't. The next thing I knew, they took 9 million out. So, but when I looked at him, I think he's worth 9 million. I have to be honest. Right, we're going to demand more. No, we're not, because we've done something already. So we're actually going to go attacking, okay? Because we do need... We're 3-1 down. 4 or 5-1 against Chelsea isn't going to make any difference. The morale shot, as you've seen with Huddersfield. And that's better. Maybe I should have been a little bit more gone for the throat from the start. Maybe I pampered to Huddersfield with the balanced tactic, or just positive that we were a better team than them, and I should have gone for the jugular, shouldn't I, right from the off. And here's Willock now. He's picked the ball up in midfield. He's driving through. Lovely ball out, and that's a cracking goal. What a goal from Wellmark. So that brings it back to 3-2. It's not over. I can't hear any singing yet, so we're in with a shout. Oh, I was going to demand more, and I can't. It might be because there's a highlight on, but Willock, what a ball from Willock. Out to Wellmark, he got it in one touch, and then bang, beat the keeper all hands down. 3-2. We're not a bad team when we play football. Once we get it going, we're not a bad team. So I'm actually going to try the encouragement here. We're back to 3-2. Oh, that's worked a treat. I do like that. 65 minutes gone. We're about to make some substitutions. I'm going to do it before we take a throw in. Makes perfect sense. Camillo's playing okay. Delap isn't. So Delap's off. We get Dolan on, because I know Dolan can score worldies. Mr. Decker's struggling. We give Mr. Roth a go there. I must say, Blanco's doing okay actually. I'm surprised. And a 6.2 on De Winter is going to give Lamonaco a go, who can also score goals. He does get up for the free kicks and the corners, and he does find a goal here and there. I'm really disappointed at the minute with our lack of set play goals, chances, whatever you want to call it. We don't look a threat from set plays, which is outset of this save we did, and that's how clear Delap. What? So what was Mr. Delap doing there? Running away from the ball. I may have this wrong, but if Delap's what football was he following there? Was he following the shadow? Is his job not to attack the ball? Yes. I'm going to demand more now, because we need to pick this up. We're 4-2 down against Chelsea at home. Under any other circumstance, it wouldn't be a bad result. But when you think that 2 of the goals have been scored by our goalkeeper dragging the ball back in, that's a penalty, so we're back into the game hopefully. And then the last goal was because Mr. Delap forgot that he was on the pitch to get the football. He thought he was just out for a little waltz around the pitch. So we've got a penalty. Camelo's going to take it. He missed his last one. He scored at every penalty he's taken for us, bar for the 1 live on camera. Make that bar for the 2 live on camera. Oh my word. I kid you not, when it's not on camera, that guy is phenomenal from anywhere in the 18-yard box. On camera, he's now missed 2 penalties after that deft finish in the first half. Or was it against others, whichever game it was now. So, we're winning the ball back. Willock again. Dolan. 76 minutes gone. Dolan, lovely little chip over for Camelo. Gets it down to Velma. Back to Willock, and that's 4-3. The blooming penalty would have meant we were even Stevens. 4-3. We're still on the game here. We're still in with a shout. We're not a bad side. I don't care what the results say. We're not a bad side, and as much as this game is trying to make out that we are a good team. And don't forget, the first goal was a country mile offside, so by my reckoning we should be 4-0 up. Offside, 2 that the goalkeeper scored and 1 that Mr. Dolan decided not to bother playing football with. So we need to keep this out to have any chance of scraping anything from this game. And what a finish by Mr. Enzo, 5-3. That pretty much tells me all I need to know, doesn't it? I'm not going to get anything out of this game. God, this has been an hard... Since the last episode, the build up to this episode and this episode has been a hard watch, I'll tell you. But at least we're fighting for results. We're not, well, I say fight for results, at least we're fighting. We're not getting any results. And I just hope now it's going to go stupid, isn't it? I should have put this off very attacking, I guess. Let's get it back down to just attacking, because we do need to still be looking for goals. That's a good header by Roth. And Dolan picks up a loose ball. That's nice that somebody's reminded him that it's football. And there's Wellmark over the top. Dolan now, can he get it in first time, man? Oh, if he'd have played that in across 6 yards, it was a goal all day long. And that's going to tick the clock out. We've got 2.09 on goal expectancy, 2.27 against their 2.33. Yeah, they shaded. I think we were in the game, weren't we? They did. They played well. We made a feast of it, didn't we? We got in there. We got stuck in. We gave away some really stupid goals. That happens when you're kids. And yes, I get frustrated when I'm watching it. And I've took the keeper off, and I've told you I'm going to sell him, but he's a good keeper. He's an international goalie whose future is ahead of him. God, what an episode. And this is now starting to look a little reminiscent of last season. I've got West Ham next at home, West Brom in the FA Cup, then Wolves. Brighton's going to be a tough one. I think we're going to come back for the Leeds, who are 13th, and Bournemouth. Yeah, Leeds Bournemouth. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Hope you get a thrill out of watching this grumpy old git complain about everything. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave us a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. You take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.